Happy December! Guys, this graphic novel is beautiful, wonderful. I'm not even kidding you. I loved it so much. I read it probably in 20-30 minutes. I zoomed through it. I said, I gotta get more of this. So today I'm going to be talking about Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. So I'll be talking about the first volume and a spoiler-free, you can definitely watch even if you haven't read the book. And then I'll be talking about the second one and getting a bit more into spoilers because, the second one inherently has spoilers. So yeah, stay tuned if you're interested. I am so excited to talk about this graphic novel. So Alice Oseman wrote Heartstopper. I don't have the first one, I just have the second one because the first one I read online through my library, and I loved it so much I decided to get the second one because I had to read it, which tells you everything about how much I enjoyed the book. I would give it 5 stars, no questions asked. I absolutely adored this book. I think it was the best romance I have read in a very, very, very long time. And I think that's amazing because, one, it's a graphic novel. And so to be able to convey all of the things about romance and the tension and everything through a graphic novel and through art is a beautiful skill. Beautiful. And it's also it's not like it's 500 pages. It's amazing. What Alice Oseman was able to do in this short graphic novel. So both of them are this blue and white kind of vibe. I don't want to show too much of it because I don't want to spoil anything. But it was so good. But I don't read romance. I haven't read romance in years. And this book made me fall in love with the genre again. And I have not even told you what the book's about. I'm so sorry. So Heartstopper is a graphic novel about a guy named Charlie, and he is in high school. He's hooking up with this guy, but doesn't seem that interested. He is going to a new class for the new year. He's going to this class and he sits next to this guy named Nick, who's a rugby player. That's where the book starts, and it progresses from there. How he deals with this other guy he's been hooking up with, what he does with this crush on Nick and his friendship with Nick. And it's an amazing story because it doesn't have a lot of those pitfalls of romances, it doesn't have the toxicness that I think a lot of romance novels have, where you have this terrible guy or this terrible woman and they're supposed to be redeemable somehow, but they're just terrible to them. And I don't like that at all. And so this really avoided that, and I thought it was beautifully done. It just avoided a lot of the tropes that I hate in romance that I can't do, unrealistic expectations. I just felt like this graphic novel was very, very real. And it was beautiful, and it left me feeling mushy-gushy, and it reminded me of all those feelings of when you fall in love. And I think that's honestly everything you can ask for in a romance. So I would give it 5 stars. It was amazing and beautiful, and I would recommend it to everyone, even if you don't like romances, because I think this one will warm your heart a little bit. It's also got a little bit of a winter vibe to it, so great time to read it. It's so good. It's so, so good. So now I'm going to get into the spoiler section. I'm sorry I do random accents that aren't even good. I can't help it. But spoilers, okay? So I'm going to be talking about, some of the details of it and the second book, which I have here. So I'm going to be talking about that. So if you have not read the first, or if you don't plan to read it, please read it. Please, please read it. It's so good. But I won't get into spoilers of the second. I'll just be talking about the plot of the second. So if you haven't read the second, you can stay. That's fine. I'm not going to get into spoilers there because, I won't do that. But, okay, you've been warned. Thank you for watching. Anyway, so Heartstopper. So, okay, I'm assuming you've read it. And please let me know if you love this graphic novel as much as I did. Please, please comment down below and be like, I loved it. Or if you didn't, please tell me why. I'd be interested. I'm really interested. But I thought it was great. I thought it was really good. And honestly, when I got to that end, I said, that is too much of a cliffhanger. They kiss, and then Nick goes off, and then Charlie's at home crying, and I was like, I want to cry. So it was like, it was really sad, but like one of my favorite tropes in romances is, especially when I used to read them. I haven't read them in a while, but I really love like the miscommunication trope, which I know a lot of people don't love, but I love when like you have these things, like these people, and they're like, one runs away, but it's for one reason, but they say like the other person thinks it's because of another, not like I like that kind of miscommunication, not like some of the ones they do where I'm like, that's just dumb. But like where it's like you see why they responded that way, and you can see how the other person read it like a different way. I love that kind of thing, and it did it brilliantly. The second one is set right after that, picks up right after it, and you get to see a little bit more of their relationship, how it develops, their friendship and everything, like their everything, how it develops. So it's really, really good. I think the second one is also really good. I think I like the first one the best, but I still really enjoyed the second. So I think it's worth reading if you've read the first and enjoyed it. But I would say the first was my favorite. Second one was also still really good though. So I'm very excited to read the third. But yeah, I know it's so short, but I just really, really wanted to talk about this book because I really, really loved it. So please comment down below. I would love to talk about it more. And just if it gave you mushy gushy feelings, please let me know, because it did for me. But yeah, so happy December. See you soon. Thanks for watching. I don't know why I do it. I can't stop the accents. I'm getting emotional about it. Charlie. I don't know if anybody's watching this. Okay, that just got sad.